about Michael's relationship with his father.
Sonny or the dead guy?
AJ.
The dead guy.
Only he's not as dead as I thought.
You told me on what was almost the best Halloween of my life that AJ was smothered years ago.
I always believed that to be true.
So what happened to change your mind?
Michael told me AJ's alive.
I went for a run this morning, obviously. Anyway, I ended up on Pier 52.
That's where you saw your dad last night, right?
My mom was there. I didn't see her at first. I was frustrated. I kicked something. She was worried. We started talking. I don't know what happened. I just slipped out that AJ was still alive.
Isn't that specifically what AJ told you not to do? He has all of those charges against him that could send him to prison.
Pretty much.
Of course it's you, AJ. You can't even die properly.
How did you get to the point where you even said that AJ wasn't going?
AJ said that my mom drugged him, dumped him in an alley, and covered him with alcohol.
Why would she do that?
AJ is an alcoholic. He was in recovery. He told my mom if he ever got drunk again, he would leave Port Charles and never come back. My mom was pregnant with me, and she didn't want him to know that he was my father, so...
She set him up.
When I asked her, I didn't want it to be true, but... I wanted to say, no, I didn't do that. I didn't drug AJ. I didn't make him think he was drinking. But she did. She admitted to it.
It is good to see you too, Auntie.
Tracy, you have to understand, this is not what it looks like. Really? Because what it looks like is your deceased son, the one that nobody mourned and nobody missed, walks amongst us once again. If that is not the case, feel free to enlighten me.
You know, why don't you stop badgering my mother?
Oh, I don't know, maybe because she's protecting a psychotic degenerate who shot his father in the back?
Enough. Tracy, I can explain everything.
Oh, thank goodness. By all means, explain away.
I always thought the fight over me started with AJ. That he wanted to take me away from my mom. So she lied and said Jason was my father. When that blew up, she married Sonny, and then he became my father. You know, AJ was right. He never had an opportunity, never had a chance. My mom never gave it to him. Maybe if she did, things would be different.
Okay. You're the one that told me you can't drive yourself crazy with what ifs.
AJ was right about my mom. What if he's right about my father?
I thought he said Sonny only threatened him. It doesn't sound that bad.
That's because I didn't tell you all the details. AJ said that my dad hung him up by a meat hook. That if he didn't give up his parental rights, my dad would stage an accident, make it look like AJ died driving drunk.
Michael, your dad is in the business of forcing people to do what he wants.
You know what? Yeah, threatening somebody's life is one thing. You know, holding a gun on them. It's not right, but in my father's business, that makes sense. But I mean, this, to hang AJ from a meat hook, to use his own alcoholism against him, threatening to stage a drunk driving accident, I can't even wrap my head around that. I have no idea how I'm even supposed to feel.
You know, Mom, I don't really think Aunt Tracy needs all the specifics.
Au contraire, nephew. I want to hear every lurid detail, especially the ones about how you managed to fake your own death.
He didn't fake it, I did.
Mom.
It's all right, I took the action and I can live with the consequences. So it's quite obvious that Dr. Thomas did not kill AJ. I managed to revive him. And because I didn't want to see him go to prison, I smuggled him out of the hospital and to safety, where no one knew about it then, and no one's going to know about it now.
Really? Well, you should have hidden him a little better.
I came home to comfort my mother when she lost Jason.
And did you fall for that? Has he asked you for money yet? Because I guarantee you, the only reason he came back is because he's out of funds.
Okay, look, Tracy, we have our differences, and I know you have issues with this.
Issues. Your loser son shot my brother in the back. Oh, wait, was that an accident? Because that is your all-purpose excuse for everything.
That was the biggest mistake of my life.
Alan and AJ had their differences, but Alan loved him very much. So if you care about your brother, you will keep this to yourself, for Alan's sake.
Well, I think that for the family's sake, I should do what should have been done years ago. I'm gonna call the police.
Sorry, this probably sounds so crazy to you.
What? No. It's sad to say, but families are messed up, especially ours.
I need to talk to my dad. I gotta see if what AJ said is true.
Well, you can't. He's at the hearing, remember? Connie's hearing. Sonny and Trey are trying to get Connie committed.
Yeah, I forgot. That's right.
Now it wouldn't be a very good time to talk to him.
Because if AJ's lying about my dad, then I know not to trust him. But if he's right and my dad did what he said, then I think I at least owe AJ another conversation.
So drop that condescending tone with me, Dante. The fugitive that I'm calling.
Tracy, you there?
Detective Falconeri? Hi, this is Monica Quartermain.
Dr. Quartermain, what's going on over there?
Oh, well, I'm so sorry that Tracy bothered you. The fugitive in question was actually her horse, Son of Skittles. He managed to get out of the barn, and luckily, Alice had him corralled.
So everything's okay?
Everything is under control, really. Thank you.
What was that about?
False alarm.
Oh, thank God, Alice. You stopped her just in time.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that was awesome. Nice move, Alice.
Thanks. You know, I used to use that a lot to win matches. And I just couldn't bear to have Tracy put you in jail.
Hey, Mom, you spoke with the detective. Did you suspect anything?
Oh, well, he's used to Tracy's histrionics, and actually, I think he sounded a bit distracted.
I know how weird all this must be for you. My best advice is for you to just try to get the whole story. Of course, everyone is going to have their own side, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
How do you know that?
Because AJ sounds like a complicated guy, and I kind of know the type.
You know, my mom's not perfect. I mean, she's made a lot of mistakes. And I know she can lie. I mean, without getting into too much detail, she perjured herself, actually double perjured herself at a murder trial because she thought she was protecting me.
All right, protecting you. See, that's the key right there. She probably thought that she was protecting you when she drugged AJ.
No, I'm not defending what AJ did after. I mean, he kidnapped me, Morgan, and Christina. And this woman that he had kidnap us had us in this big abandoned warehouse. It scared the crap out of me. You know, but I couldn't escape. I couldn't leave Morgan and Christina behind. I mean, and that was before he took me away. He said that my parents didn't love me, that they didn't want me.
AJ is capable of some pretty awful things.
Yeah, but he didn't start it. My whole life, I thought he started it.
Hey, where are you going?
AJ said he wanted to talk some more. I'm ready to listen.
I know, but wait, you seem really wound up. Are you sure you want to do this right now?
Alice, I can't thank you enough. I mean, wow, I really owe you for taking out on Tracy.
Hey, think nothing of it. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to do that.
Listen, she isn't hurt, is she?
Are you kidding? She's having the best sleep of her life. She's gonna wake up in 20 minutes feeling fresh as a daisy.
And then she's going to call the cops again.
You're right, Mom. You know, now that she's seen me, she's not going to be happy till I'm in handcuffs.
Well, I am open for suggestions. Anybody have any idea what to do?
Well, we could kill her.
Kill Tracy? I can't do that. I'm a doctor. I respect human life,
Mom.
even if it is Tracy.
Mom! I was kidding. Just relax.
Well, your sense of humor certainly hasn't changed.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be laughing if Tracy turns me in. She always did hate me.
Well, she's jealous. Ned is an Ashton.
Look, I hate to break this up, but we've got to figure out what you guys are gonna do with her because I think she's gonna wake up in about 15 minutes.
Alice is right. We definitely need to figure out a way to keep Tracy from shooting off her big mouth.
What the hell's going on here?
Why, Carly, what a surprise.
You can save the cover story. Where's AJ?
Okay, easy, okay. There's one problem solved for now.
Who's that?
AJ. It's me, Michael.
What are we gonna do?
What the hell's going on here?
Well, Carly,
You
what
can
is...
skip the cover story. Where's AJ?
AJ? You mean my late son?
Yes, Monica, AJ. Only he's alive, isn't he?
Easy, easy. Okay. There's one problem solved for now.
Who's that?
AJ. It's me, Michael. AJ, open up. I know you're in there. But what's going on?
Yeah, come in.
Hey, you busy? I don't want to interrupt any important police work.
No, any and all distractions welcome.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, good. Wow, look at that. Staring at files, looking for answers. I remember the feeling.
You want your old job back?
No thanks. I'm perfectly happy with the floating rig.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm serious. It's like some kind of trend or something. All these men with mad skills and colorful backgrounds, they want to just sling drinks for a living. See
All
that?
these men, is that a reference to Lavery? You two seem to be having a pretty good time on Halloween.
Well, if he still has his job when he gets back.
Back from where?
Washington. The authorities, they wanted to talk to him about his captivity.
Please. It's time to let me go.
I'm sorry, it's not time yet.
Yet? What does that mean?
Rest. You're back.
Because of your incompetence, Robin was able to reach a phone.
It made no difference. We were able to take the phone away before she spoke to anyone.
She spoke to her daughter.
A child. The little girl's father thought she was playing pretend. He had no idea it was really Robin on the line.
A few moments more, and she would have spoken to her husband. Now, thanks to you, I have to change my plans for Robin.
Patrick, please just listen to Emma. Please.
I'll always be a cop. You know, never taking anything at face value, always asking questions, wanting facts.
You ever get that feeling, you know, like something's staring you right in the face and you just can't put your finger on it?
Are you referring to a case, Anna, or is that feeling refer to Duke Lavery?
Her responses to treatment have been erratic. Sometimes Robin is near catatonic, other times almost uncontrollable.
Now, stop making excuses. My schedule in Port Charles was going perfectly well. Now my timetable's been thrown out all because you cannot do the one thing I asked you to do. Control her.
I have to get out of here. I will.
You're right, of course. She should have been supervised more carefully. Please, if there's anything I
Stop
can do... I will-
groveling. Shut up for once and listen to me.
AJ's alive, isn't he?
Have you no sense of decency?
Just answer the question.
You come into my house making accusations about AJ when I am mourning my son, Jason. I've lost two
It's a
sons,
yes or no
Carly.
question.
It is a hateful, cruel, and ridiculous question.
3 of AJ's biggest qualities.
AJ has been gone for years.
Gone, but not dead.
Oh, well, if it will get you out of here, then fine, I'll say it. AJ is dead. Satisfied?
No, not really.
Well, too bad. Because if you ever lost your sons, well, everybody knows AJ is dead. Why are you bringing this up now?
Because I saw him alive.
Hey, I'm sorry that took so long. Oh, what are you doing here?
Looking for you. I was walking towards the house and I saw you with Alice. It looked like you were carrying something.
Yeah, I was helping Alice put the canoe away. Wanted to get it up there before the weather turns.
You were helping Alice around the house. I thought you said you didn't want anybody to know you were back.
Well, I mean, Alice isn't exactly just anybody. Believe me, there's no secret this family can throw at her that she can't handle. It's okay. I trust Alice. The way I trust you.
Look, I wasn't able to keep you being alive entirely to myself.
No?
We don't keep secrets from each other. I had to tell her.
Who's her?
You saw AJ?
As clear as I'm seeing you now.
And where was this ghostly sighting?
Last night on Pier 52.
Wasn't that the The pier that Jason...
Jason, yeah, where the cops say Jason was shot and fell into the water. That's why I was there, because I was thinking about Jason. And I heard footsteps, and I turned around, and AJ was standing there staring at me.
Well, seems like the mind is playing a few tricks. Here was Halloween night, it was dark on a pier, and you saw somebody that looked like AJ.
Yeah, I considered that.
Well, then you do realize it would be crazy to think you did see AJ, who has been dead for years.
Do you think your grandson's crazy? Because Michael thinks he's alive, too.
The skeptical about Duke as well?
Well, I'm just curious, you know,
Yeah,
if
oh.
the government is wondering about him, if you have questions too.
Yeah, well, then I think he's going to tell me in his own time. Why?
I don't know. I don't know the guy. By the time I got to Port Charles, he was gone. Anna, who else is skeptical?
What?
You said as well, meaning someone else doesn't buy his explanation.
Luke. It's Luke, isn't it? Of course. He's convinced that Duke has some hidden agenda. He thought he was an imposter. And then I ran Duke's fingerprints through the system, and of course they matched what we have on file.
Was that enough to satisfy Luke?
No, he's never gonna let go of this idea that Duke's hiding something.
Anna, what's your take on Duke now?
Hands off me! Get you! Put your hands on me or I'll kill you!
Duke?
Robin?
Really, Miss Tracy? I'm not the traitor. You are. I couldn't let you call the cops on your nephew until Dr. Q figures out what to do.
My girlfriend. Yeah, I told her everything.
Your girlfriend?
Look, it's not every day the father I barely knew who kidnapped me as a child comes back to life and wants to make up for lost time. I need to talk to somebody.
I get it. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to pressure you. I get that you trust your girlfriend, but I need to know, can I trust her?
Star won't say anything.
Michael, I risked everything trying to contact you. No one else can know I'm alive. Not till I figure out a way to fight these charges.
Somebody else might know, actually. I kind of said something to my mom.
Carly?
Look, I slipped up and I hinted that you were alive.
Son of a bitch!
See, I ran into Michael this morning, and out of nowhere, he had all these questions about AJ.
Well, you're a skilled liar, Carly. I'm sure you brushed him off with ease.
I wanted to know why he suddenly had so many questions since AJ was gone. And that's when Michael blurted out, he's not.
Well, I'm sure he simply meant that his father wasn't gone from his thoughts.
Michael had specific questions about my past with AJ. See, someone told him that I drugged AJ, poured alcohol all over him, and made him think he fell off the wagon.
Well, all of which is true.
All of which happened before Michael was even born. I want to know who told Michael all about this in the last 24 hours.
It's like nothing's changed between us. We share the same memories, and we danced, you know, the other night at the thing, the Haunted Star, the tango, which is what we danced the first night we met.
Anna, come on, it's hard to be objective about someone when he's tangoing you around the
It's
dance
not
floor.
someone. It's Duke.
Okay.
It's feels like time stood still for us. Even though everything else in my life has changed.
When you say everything else, does that include your feelings for Luke? Where does he fit in?
I'm hallucinating. It must have been what they gave me.
Robin, look at you. You're all grown up. What have they done to you?
You're not really here. You've been dead since I was a little girl.
No. I'm here. I'm real. Look. Real as can be.
But how? I mean, where have you been all these years?
I've been in prison. They kept me away from my family and my friends and the two people that mean most to me in the entire world, you and your mother.
Oh my God.
Last time I saw you, you were a little girl. Now you're a woman. What are you doing here?
I don't know. I'm a prisoner and I don't know why. Thank God you're here. If anyone can get me out of here, it's you.
Even if Duke hadn't returned, Luke and I'm not saying that I'm about to jump into some serious relationship with Duke, because things with Luke have hit a snag, you know? And...
I've never heard you like this.
Like what?
Talking in circles.
Yes, that's what it's like in my mind. Because I think it through one way, and then I think it through another, and then I come right back to where I've started.
Which is?
Well, I'm confused. I am hopelessly confused. Because Luke is unpredictable. That's at best. And unreliable, which keeps a girl on her toes.
And Duke?
I have a history with Duke. He was a huge part of my life. And Robin's, you know?
Yeah, well, she used to talk about him sometimes.
Yes, she adored him. There was this birthday. I don't know, she couldn't have been more than 7 or 8, and she blew out her candles, and she wished for us to be back together again.
And that sounds like Robin.
Yeah. And now here he is, he's back in my life. And part of me feels like I should be with him, you know? To honor her wish. Almost like he could somehow help Robin rest in peace.
I don't remember much after the lab exploded. All I know is I woke up in some strange hospital.
Do you have any idea where that was?
No. No, they drugged me up, and then when I wouldn't comply, they gave me electroshock.
Good God.
And then they moved me here. I have to get home to my family. My God, I wonder how my mom is gonna feel when she finds out you're alive.
She was shocked. After I got out of prison, I insisted that I get to go home to Port Charles.
Did you see my little girl?
I did.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She's just like you when you were a little girl.
And Patrick, how's my husband?
Everybody at home thinks that you're dead.
But if you were at home, then...
How did I get to be here? I came looking for you.
But you just said everybody thinks I'm dead.
When I was in Washington, I had to go there to be debriefed. I heard a rumor that you were alive, so I came here to find you.
You told my mother, right? Please tell me that you told her.
No, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't want to get her hopes up. I didn't want to come here and then not find you, but I have found you. Unfortunately, they found me first. But I'm gonna find a way to get us both out of here. And I'm gonna take you home to your mother.
Who would dredge up all that ancient history and dump it in Michael's lap right when he is mourning over Jason? There is only one selfish son of a bitch who would do that, and that's AJ.
I told him. I told Michael.
You. After all this time.
I thought he had a right to know.
Why? Why would you suddenly feel the need to tell Michael about something that happened before he was born?
You know, you're right. I should have told him sooner. So instead of him growing up hating a father that loved him very much, he would have known all along that his mother was nothing but a conniving bitch.
Why the hell would you tell Carly about me?
You told me to ask her if the story was true about her drugging you.
I'm sorry, I know I did. Yes, I just thought that you could ask her without giving away that I'm here. What else does she know?
She said that you're gone. I said you weren't.
Anything else?
I said I couldn't talk, and I walked away.
All right, look, it's one little slip. I doubt that she has any idea I'm alive.
Well, she knows something's wrong, though.
Well, you know, she was gonna find out eventually. Just I thought I'd have more time.
Time for what?
Time to tell you my side of it. So I suppose she probably denied the fact that she drugged me, right?
No, actually, she admitted to the whole thing.
Wait, Carly told you the truth?
That you were remembering sleeping with her. And she was afraid that you'd find out that you might be my father, so she drugged you, dumped you in an alley, and poured vodka all over you and called your parents to pick you up.
But she had a boatload of excuses for that one.
She was desperate.
She was desperate? Desperate. Listen to me. She pretended to be my friend, Michael, my only friend. And then she drugged me so that she could steal my son before you were ever even born.
She thought she was protecting me.
The important thing is that you believe me now. That you know that I'm not the monster they told you I was.
Keep it down.
What was that?
You slithered your way into Jason's life and convinced him to lie
Jason
for you.
respected me as Michael's mother, and he stopped your miserable family from trying to steal my son. If Jason were still here, you would never bring this.
Jason isn't here.
No, I know he's not here. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna rewrite history? Are you gonna turn AJ into some kind of victim? He shot Alan. He slammed Jason's head into a tree.
And that worked out so very well for you, didn't it? Because you pitted Jason against his own brother.
AJ was a selfish, entitled screw-up who turned into a psychopath that decided to kidnap children.
Whatever became of AJ, you and Sonny drove him to it.
I don't regret one thing I did to AJ. And the only good thing he did his entire life was father Michael.
That's right. AJ was Michael's father.
Jason was Michael's father. Sonny is Michael's father, and AJ is dirt. And if he is as dead as you claim, you don't mind me having a look around.
I heard something fall.
Yeah, you know what? It was probably Alice with that canoe. The thing's huge. I mean, you should probably
give her a hand.
Oh, hello, Michael.
Hey, Alice, were you able to get the canoe up there, or?
Oh, yeah, I got that old dinghy tied up. Ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
You sure you don't need any help?
Oh, no, I'm fine. Why don't you boys go on up to the house and have a little father-son bonding time? I thought I saw a rat in there. I'm gonna take care of it.
Okay. Yeah, you know, let's go to the main house. It's getting cold.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's the plan to get us out of here?
When somebody comes in here, I'll subdue them. I'll get a key card, get an ID, and hopefully car keys, and then we can get out of here.
You haven't changed at all, Duke. You're still my hero, just like in my favorite book when I was a little girl. Remember that?
How could I forget?
That morning I was reading the book. My mom kept nagging at me to finish my breakfast, but I couldn't stop reading it because I was so into it. And then I told her that the prince was just like you.
You're tall, dark, handsome Swain.
I know you didn't come all this way just to talk about my complicated life.
Hey, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I am due with the rib. I gotta go. I brought a birthday present for Emma.
Oh, you did? Very thoughtful of you, great uncle.
Since I knew you'd be seeing her before I did.
I'll deliver it to her.
Thank you.
From you.
And Felicia.
Oh, yeah, of course. She loves to read.
The prince arrived, and the dragon ran off to wherever green polka-dotted, yellow-eyed, fire-breathing dragons go. The prince lifted Alina onto his horse, and they happily rode off into the sunset. Da-da-da-da, the end.
Very nice. Very long, but very nice. Now, no more reading at breakfast, each of us.
The prince in my fairy tale looked just like Uncle Duke.
Everything okay?
Yeah. This was Robin's favorite.
No, the prince didn't look like you at all. He was a little boy with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's why it was so funny, don't you remember?
Yes. Of course, I'd forgotten.
Really? Swede made such a big deal out of it.
I know. I'm sorry that I didn't remember it correctly. I didn't want to disappoint you.
It's okay. I understand.
I mean, my memory's not as good as it once was, but that's all right. We're gonna have lots of great memories of us, but I might need a refresher course. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna get us out of here.
The sooner the better. You know, this must be fate because I was just thinking about you the other day.
You were?
About the first meal that we made together. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Of course. I remember that. They were delicious.
No, ma'am. Duke Laverly doesn't take a pizza out of the freezer and toss it in the oven. He makes it from scratch.
It was, except it wasn't spaghetti. It was pizza.
Dr. Q, Don't worry, I got everything under control.
Shut up, Tracy. Where is AJ?
He just went up to the house with the son.
Oh my God.
Just want a chance to talk.
All right, Monica, you win. There's no sign of AJ.
What's going on here?
I'm sorry, Owen. I've been locked up for so long. They tortured me and they starved me. My memory's not what it once was.
It's just that these are important things, you know, memories that someone would cling to keep them sane and alive. I mean, I should know. My memories are the only thing keeping me sane and alive right now.
It's not as simple as that.
These are things that a person doesn't forget. Like the time that I told you about my birthday wish. I mean, you remember that, right? Don't you?
You expect me to remember a birthday wish from your childhood?
Yes, I do. Because that is something that Duke would remember, which means you're not him.
Child, you're always too smart for your own good.
Tell them a happy birthday from us.
I will. She's having a really good birthday. So nice to see her happy.
Hey, I want the same for you, you know. And if Duke is the man for the job, I'm all for it.
Really?
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
If you're not Duke Lavery, then who are you? Oh my God.
Okay, Monica, you win. There's no sign of AJ. Oh my God.
Hello, Carly.
Mom, don't freak out.
I knew it was you on the pier last night. So you're alive. Trust me, this is life or death.
I'm sorry, Commissioner. I tried to stop her.
That's fine, Mrs. Morgan. Yes, thank you, Ross.
Tell me what you're gonna do to find my husband.
There's just some things that people don't forget. Like the time that I told you about my birthday wish. I mean, come on, you remember that? You have to remember that.
You expect me to remember a birthday wish from your childhood?
Yes, I do. Because that is something that Duke would remember, which means you're not him.
Child, you're always too smart for your own good.
That is for you.
What's this?
It's a card from Emma for that fabulous birthday gift that you got her.
Oh. She really didn't have to do that.
Trust me, she wanted to. She loves the stethoscope. She hasn't taken it off. She bathes with it, she sleeps with it, she does everything with the thing.
Seriously?
Yes. Yes, it was a perfect gift, so thank you. It was very nice of you.
So how is Emma doing? Any more phone calls from Robin?
No. She's fine. She's more than fine. I wish I could say the same.
If you're not Duke Lavery, then who are you? Oh my God. Face on.
You remember me? I'm flattered.
But you're... I don't understand.
Well, it's pretty easy to grasp. Especially for a young, bright woman as yourself. You know what wasn't too smart, though? Escaping. Calling your husband. Thankfully, your sweet little daughter answered that call.
So you're the one that's been keeping me all this time. What the hell is going on?
Isn't it obvious? Duke Lavery hasn't returned from the dead. I have.
I know it's not possible that Emma was talking to Robin on the phone, but it's just...
Still wondering who was on the other line.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, you know? I'm sure you're right. It was probably a telemarketer or a robocall or something.
Well, have you spoken to Emma about it?
No, I haven't. As good as she looks like she's doing, if she's having fake phone conversations with Robin, I'm sure she's having a hard time accepting the fact that she's gone.
And what about you?
As soon as I think I'm okay, you know, feel like I'm ready to move on a little bit, whether it's a date with Britt or just, God, a good day in general. Something happens and I'm right back to thinking that maybe she's still here. I look around the corner to see if she is.
Libby has very good taste in music. Thank you for letting me listen. So, how's it going? With you and Patrick?
You're aware we're dating?
Everyone is. Hospital isn't exactly known for keeping secrets.
Does that bother you? I know you were close to his wife.
Robin was one of my closest friends. I miss her. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see Patrick happy.
I just wish I knew where we stood. You know, I mean, 1 minute we're making progress, and then the next he's running the other way. Maybe he's just not into me.
I doubt it.
Okay, then what's the problem?
His wife died.
Yeah, almost a year ago. I'm sorry, did that sound as ugly as I think it did?
Just be patient. Patrick needs time.
Or maybe Robin was it. You know, I mean, the only woman for him. What?
Okay, I just want to say that Patrick loved Robin deeply. But before he was in love, he was a total player.
Really?
When he's ready, I'd be very surprised if he could resist someone like you.
So why make yourself look like Duke? Where does that get you?
Your mother. It's no secret that I've been in love with her ever since I laid eyes on her. But no matter how hard I try to prove myself, she's insisting on breaking my heart.
So you're impersonating someone that she did love.
Inspired, isn't it?
It's psychotic. I mean, you actually think that my mother is gonna fall for that?
Yeah, she's already fallen.
McBain said that you've enlisted his help, is that right?
What did he tell you?
That Jerry Jacks was responsible for the release of Joe Scully from custody in Atlantic City.
So they were working together.
Do you think they still were at the time your husband was shot?
Well, Jerry has been presumed dead before. He could have been the second shooter.
I don't disagree with you.
Good, so we're on the same page.
When it comes to Jerry, yes we are.
Okay, I have Spinelli working on the case, and I think if he can track down the $88 million that Jerry made off with, it would be really good, because if we find the money, we find Jerry, and if we find Jerry, we find Jason.
All right, this is what we have so far. Bernie Abrams was shot with 2 different guns. The first we found at the scene of the crime, and that had Joe Scully's prints all over it. The second hasn't been identified yet. I don't believe that it's Jason's.
No, well, of course not. Jason has no reason to shoot Bernie.
Plus, he used a Glock 9mm. The second bullet came from a gun, a totally different make and model. We think it's foreign, so we're having difficulty trying to find out any pertinent information.
Okay, well, forget about the gun. Did Bernie leave any sort of clue on the message that he left Jason?
We listened to it several times, but no.
So there's nothing?
There's something. Might be the key to the case.
I believe this is happening. How is this happening?
You know what they say. It's hard to keep a good man down.
This morning when we talked, you knew he was alive.
I found out
Why
last
didn't you
night.
tell me?
He told me not to say anything.
You know what he's done. You know you can't trust him.
You know, nothing changes, does it? You're still indoctrinating my son against me.
Why
well,
aren't
guess what?
you
He can
dead?
think for himself now. You know what? I don't owe you a damn thing, and I certainly don't owe you an explanation.
You're right. You don't. But you sure as hell owe the police one.
Hey. It's okay to miss your wife, Dr. Drake. To expect that she should still be here. You know, she was really young, and she had a lot more to give.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's not just, Emma and me. A lot of people lost Robin. She was a great doctor. She was an amazing physician. She did so much for HIV and AIDS. Yeah, she was just a great person.
Yeah, actually, Emma showed me a photo album of the GH Nurses Ball. You know that she thinks that whole thing was a party for her mom.
She doesn't put the book down. She actually thinks that it was just for Robin. I'm trying to explain to her it was for a lot of people, but she's not buying it.
Yeah, well, she's really proud of her mom, and she should be. Yeah. Those parties look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, they stopped before I got here, but they did look like they were pretty extravagant, didn't they?
Yeah. So Elizabeth said that they lost funding for it, so that's why they stopped doing it. But I was thinking that maybe if I found a way to raise money for it, maybe we could bring it back. Unless you think that's a bad idea.
You may think that my mother is buying your act, but she will see right through you.
I don't think, Robin. I know.
That's just impossible. Nothing gets past Anna Devane. Ever.
Well, perhaps, before you died. Losing you left her vulnerable, much softer than I ever seen her. And my little impersonation was nothing short of brilliant.
Well, it is only a matter of time before she realizes that you're not Duke.
Well, I admit she was a little resistant at the start, but no. I began to win her over. We even tangoed. And true enough, she thought she was dancing with Duke, but I don't give a damn because it was my body she held next to hers, my sweet breath
It
on
was
her
not
neck.
your
My eyes, she
anything.
knocked
My
into
mother is not in love with you. She's in love with Duke.
I don't care. As long as I get Anna.
So the day after the shooting, Detective Falconeri and myself were down at the pier. We were, discussing the case. And we heard noise. And it was clear that someone had been listening in.
I take it you didn't find the other person.
No, we didn't, but we found something. It's a piece of fabric. Expensive. That could have come from a jacket or a scarf or something. So we're analyzing a strand of hair that we recovered.
Human hair?
Yes, it certainly looks that way. I'm actually waiting on results right now.
If you had lived, you'd be in prison. I say we pick up where you left off.
AJ.
Mom, if you're here to warn me about Carly, I'd say it's a little bit late.
I see that.
She's about to call the police.
Carly, please don't do that.
You knew this son of a bitch was out there the whole time? The bastard who kidnapped my son, and you didn't say a word? Because you knew Jason would find him and make him pay.
I wanted to protect my son.
I had Jason to protect my son, but now he's gone. Is that what you were waiting for? For Jason to die? So you could bring this monster back?
I never, ever wanted Jason to die.
AJ sure as the hell did.
That's a lie.
No, it's not. I was there. Michael was there. We saw you. You shot Alan and you were gonna shoot Jason, except he stopped you, just like I'm gonna stop you right now.
Now, Mom, please don't call the cops on AJ yet. For me.
You look at me. Do you remember the kidnapping? AJ hired Faith Roscoe to kidnap you, Morgan, and Christina. Okay? It almost killed your father and I.
Wait a second. Let's get this straight. I'm his father.
You are nothing. AJ kidnapped you. He faked your death. He took a picture of you lying in a swamp, and we thought you were dead. If Jason didn't go after you, we may never have seen you again.
I know AJ was wrong.
No, he's not just wrong. Michael, he's evil. The man is evil, and he didn't just want to take you away from us. He wanted you to hate us, especially me and your father, and he still does.
Whatever AJ did was because you and Sonny drove him to it.
You stole my son. You never even gave me a chance with him,
I
Carly.
saved Michael, and I will do it again.
Mom, it's not that simple. You can't just decide that you're saving me. Look, however bad it got, you're the one who put that in motion.
No.
Thank you, son.
Look, and I understand why my mom can't forgive you, and I'm not sure I will either. That's the thing, though, Mom, is I'm not sure of anything, okay? And I can't figure it out if AJ's behind bars.
He belongs there. He deserves to go to
I'm just asking
prison.
for some time. Just let him stay here. Don't call the cops yet, please. Just not for him, okay? Just for me.
Michael, God. Everything I've done, good or bad, I've done it because I thought it was best for you. And I would do anything for you. Anything. But not this.
Falconeri.
This is Carly. I need you to get to the Quartermains as soon as you can.
Sure. What's up?
AJ Quartermain's alive.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I'm looking right at him. Just get here.
Run, AJ. Hurry! We don't have time.
Thank you.
It has to be Jerry. He has to be the one who's holding Jason.
No, sorry.
Sorry, why? What does it say?
Well, the DNA doesn't match. The hair did not come from Jerry Jacks.
Okay, who does it belong to? Dukey's been dead for over 2 decades.
Thanks, God.
So he couldn't have told you about his time with my mother. So you could fake those memories. So how the hell did you find out?
I have my methods. And they seem to pan out. And of course, a little money doesn't hurt either. Do you have any idea what it costs to become another person?
No.
Mask.
I don't, actually.
Prosthetics, add to that a voice and a movement coach. Let's just say it was quite a challenge turning myself into whatever his name is. What is it? Duke. But it's worth it. My little plan is coming to fruition. Except for one little thing, Robin. You.
Very decent thing that you want to do. I don't know why. I mean, you didn't know Robin.
Oh, she just had such a huge influence on so many people here. And seeing the way that you and Emma loved her, it's obvious what she meant to you. And I don't know, I just thought maybe bringing back the nurse's ball could be like a tribute to Robin. Maybe help you and Emma miss her a little less.
Thank you. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm covered in puke.
So how do I fit into your master plan?
Fit in. You're the most important element. I took you away from Anna, kept you hidden, and with the only goal of bringing you back to her.
So you could be the hero.
Absolutely. Could you think of anything that would have a bigger impact than me bringing you back to Anna? That will make her love me forever.
Well, I certainly hope you have a plan B, because whoever walked you through Duke's memories lied and fed you bogus information about me.
Well, if she realizes I'm not Duke, then you're in trouble.
You're threatening me?
No, I would never threaten you. But you could have played along, and had you done so, you would have been on your way back to your family by now. That ain't gonna happen, is it?
Yes, it will.
Hit me when you were protecting that monster?
Listen to me. I'm not running.
You'd rather end up in prison.
That's where you
Michael,
belong.
I've been away from my home for too long. I'm not leaving you, and I'm not leaving you. I can't. I won't do it.
Well, you're not gonna have a choice.
Michael, listen to me. My entire life, you've been kept away from me. If I have to wind up going to prison, then you know what? So be it. I'm tired of running. Look, if I get to see you at least once a week behind bars, that's good enough for me.
Whose hair is it, Commissioner?
God, I wish I could tell you. I can't.
Please don't pull confidentiality
Oh,
on me.
I'm not doing that. It just doesn't match anything in our system.
What?
No, I've run it against every DNA result on record, and I got nothing.
Okay, so it could be anyone's from anywhere.
I'm not gonna close this case until I find out who did this to your
Or
husband.
until you find Jason alive. You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna find Jason myself.
Sam, can I talk to you, please? Can I talk to you about Robin?
I can't send you back to Port Charles. You know who I am.
So what?
And so what? I'll lose your mother. That's
won't.
so what?
No, you won't. I won't tell my mother that you're not Duke. I won't tell anyone.
You don't expect me to fall for this, do you? come on, Robin.
Okay,
I
fine.
expected a little bit more.
Just
Who do you think
fine,
I am?
Fine, then
Some
listen to me.
high-flying idiot
Then
coming in
listen
from
to
the
me.
moon?
There's another way to get my mother to love you.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous? If you bring me back to my mother, she will be so happy that I'm alive. She won't care that it's not Duke or you or anyone.
After what I did to you, pulled your mother through? You don't know your mother.
I know my mother.
You don't know your mother.
I do. She is forgiving. And once she understands what your intentions are, once I make her understand.
You don't believe this, do you?
You've always loved my mother. And she knows that. And all you want is her love in return. And I understand that. That is the reason why I'm fighting so hard to get home to my family. Once I make my mother understand, and I will, you'll be her hero. And you'll be mine too.
I had a great time at the Halloween party.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Sabrina, wait. Oh. What's this?
Scrubs to be cleaned. So, what were you two confabbing about?
The nurses' ball.
And what's that?
The hospital used to throw it every year to raise money for HIV research.
Used to?
Yes, unfortunately, we don't have enough money to throw fundraisers anymore.
Well, it's all for the best, really. I mean, the money's better spent going directly to the cause.
Actually, the ball always brought in a whole lot more money than anyone ever spent throwing it. And people had fun. Not to mention, it would be a really great tribute to Dr. Scorpio Drake.
That's just depressing. I mean, you're not really interested in that, are you?
Actually, yeah, I am.
What guarantee do I have?
You have my word. My word. As Anna Devane's daughter, you have my word. I promise you. My mother will love you. We'll all love you. My little girl will love you. All you have to do is take me home. Please, Basil, just take me home.
Alex. Great. Dante Falconeri, that's AJ Quartermain.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
So I'm ready.
Yeah, I checked out your activity up until your death on the way over here. Pretty extensive rap sheet.
Yeah, I imagine so.
So you know I'm gonna have to arrest you.
No, you don't. Look, we need time to figure things out. You can just say when you got here, AJ was gone.
No, I gotta take him in, Michael.
I'm sorry.
Hey, this is not your fault.
No, it's your fault, AJ. All of this is your fault.
AJ Quartermain, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you.
I understand the need to believe, because otherwise they're gone, and then that's unthinkable.
No, that is not true, because Jason is out there, alive.
Maybe. If he isn't, then you're setting yourself up for a soul-destroying disappointment. And I know because I've just been through that.
Was Robin?
Yeah. I was given a shred of hope by Heather, of all people.
And you believed her?
I would have believed anything. So I followed it up, and I went to Switzerland, and of course it wasn't true. And it felt like I'd lost her all over again. I'm not trying to get into your business or anything, Sam. I'm really not. I just don't want you to go through what I did.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, of course.
I'm really surprised that we're having this conversation right now.
Why?
You recently found out that your husband was alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's not a lesson to always hold on to hope no matter what the odds are, I don't know what is.
You paint such a pretty picture, Robin.
But that's the thing. It can be more than a picture. It can be real. Like, all you have to do is give me time with my mother. Just time to explain everything to her. Time to make things right.
For Anna to love me as I am?
Yes. The man that went to such extremes. I mean, just to be near her again.
There's nothing I would want more.
I can give that to you. Because once my mother understands your intentions, she'll have no choice but to love you back.
I wish I could, but I can't believe that.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it till Sabrina brought it up, but I think the nurse's ball is a great idea for the hospital, and plus it might actually help me and Emma a little bit.
Oh, of course. I think it's a lovely idea. I just wanted to make sure it wouldn't make things worse for you.
No, I think it'll be the opposite, actually.
Then it sounds like we have a ball to plan.
Yeah, now we just gotta find the funds.
Yeah, no, I will figure that out.
But before you do that, make sure to get those to the laundry.
Sabrina, thank you. It's a great idea.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and let me know if there's anything I can do, all right?
Do you have time for that?
I'll make time.
I'd be happy to pitch in too.
Tell Emma I loved the thank you note.
I will.
Thank you note?
Yes. Sabrina popped by with a gift for Emma.
Oh, a gift. Was it her birthday? I didn't know.
No, nothing planned. She just kind of came by without us knowing.
Speaking of plans, have you made any to spend the night with me?
I'm making solid progress with Anna as is. It would be stupid of me to mess that up.
No, Faison. You can do this. We can do this.
I'm sorry, Robin. But we can't.
So that's it then?
I'm afraid I got to return to plane A, so to speak. Do you know what, Robin? You made a marvelous fight. It's beautiful. Your mother would be proud of you. Don't worry.
So now what?
You'll have to be more specific.
Now what happens to me?
I want to make sure you don't mistreat my son.
I know you're upset.
I asked you to give me a little time. You couldn't do that? You trust me that much?
I don't trust AJ, Michael. He's already manipulating you.
So what, you send him to prison?
He sent himself to prison. He kidnapped you. He tried to kill his own father.
I bludgeoned my stepmother.
Stop. There's no comparison. You were nothing like AJ. Maybe you are brave, and you're responsible, and you're kind.
Yeah, well, now we're gonna have one thing in common. We're both gonna know how it feels to be locked behind
He
bars.
deserves to be locked
I wouldn't
up.
wish 20 days in Pentonville on my worst enemy. Now my own father can spend over 20
He's
years...
not your father. Don't you say that.
I guess I don't see it that way anymore.
Was that too forward?
Nope.
Look, I just believe in saying what I want, and what I want is you. I know it's not that simple, and I know you still have to talk to Emma, but have you had a chance to talk to her?
No. But she's spending the night with Mac and Felicia.
Tonight.
So talking to her is not going to be an issue.
Dr. Drager, are you inviting me for a sleepover?
Not exactly. But I'm inviting you to invite me for a sleepover.
Done.
Are you going to kill me?
Why do you think that? I'm not that monster everybody thinks I am.
So then you'll let me go? Please, no, you can't just keep me here.
That's the beauty of it. I can do exactly that. So please try and behave.
You may look like Duke and talk like Duke, but she will never, ever love you the way that she loved him.
Well, she won't know the difference.
Oh, yes, she will. Because sooner or later, you won't be able to hide the ugly, sick person that you really are. And when that happens, you'll wish that you had listened to me.
I'll have Anna's heart. That's just one loose end I need to tie up.
Losing a child, I don't have to explain that kind of pain to you.
No, you don't.
I went through it twice. Once with my daughter and once with my son. And I've got to tell you, when I got my son back, that was a miracle. Just like it was with your husband.
There are exceptions.
Yes. And Jason is exceptional. I don't know what's gonna happen, Commissioner, with any of this. I really don't. But whether it's my husband or my son or your husband or your daughter, we have every reason to hold on to hope.
You thought you were clever, feeding me lies that could be my undoing. Do you know what, Belle? They gonna undo